For a man that's supposed to be off for a month, you sure are out and about a lot.
I am. Staying active.
Busy.
Dusty McLemore, our pastor down at Lindsay Lane Baptist Church. Is this my Sunday?
This is yours.
I mean, is this my Sunday? Is this...
I wasn't going to tell you the last minute because I know how
I'm
you
ready.
panic.
Hey, I can use it. I'm ready, Freddie. And I said Freddie to get me ready. Talk about Freddie Leonard. But hey, first of all, let's talk about the activity you had going on this week.
Kidding.
How did you have?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm getting ready for the new service. I'm going to have the snake handling. So I thought about that yesterday. I got my pet snake ready. No, I was burning a trash pile.
Look at that thing.
And I looked down and almost stepped on him. He was coiled. And
so it was coiled?
It was coiled. I backed the trailer up to the brush pile and I guess disturbed it, but he was just sitting there, and I went back in to get my gun.
There's
and he
a
was.
snake I got in our backyard.
Yeah, okay.
It's a python.
Dusty's is
You mean the thing
really...
it already coiled?
It had
It wasn't
coiled.
just crawling.
No, it was coiled. It really was. But
Did you hear it?
No, I just walked up and saw him, and I just kind of froze and backed off and went and got my gun. He was gone. So I went back and burned the brush pile, and he came out, and I shot him.
Oh, you shot him? You wouldn't take a
Yeah.
hole and try to chop his head off?
No, I wasn't taking a chance on that. I knew it was a copperhead. I knew it was poisonous.
Did you
so
fire a gun to see limits?
That's what I was thinking.
Patchy shot him. I forgot to tell you. Patchy shot him.
Jamie, don't worry.
Well, maybe it crawled. You're not far from maybe it crawled over the line.
Yeah, it crawled over the line. We're right on the line, you
Yeah,
know.
right over the line. But
Yeah.
It crawled over the line.
Yeah, well, this has been confessions because every morning when we leave the house, we'll look in the middle of the field for deer. Well, that's
Yeah.
illegal. That's spotlighting.
Right.
We didn't
According to
know
him,
that.
Mike
is.
Kessler was just up here,
That's
man.
right. They'll
And then
find
we'll
you
look
for
on the
that.
other side because we want to see him again. So we're double doing it.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Dusty had a very interesting thing about the friend that got bit by a snake. What you need to do if...
Yeah, Amelia Smith was telling me her brother got bit by copperhead, and he was in the woods hunting, and before he could get out of the woods, his arm was turned blue. And he went to the doctor and got some anti-venom shots.
Amputated?
Yeah, he said
had
he
to get
rotted.
two. You
His
can only
arm
get two
rotted.
in
Said that
life.
if he tied a tourniquet, it hadn't, it would have went to his heart and killed him. But he said his arm just rotted from the inside out.
Really?
That quick.
That quickly?
So if you get bit, tie it off.
Yeah, it's a very poisonous snake, copperhead.
And
And
can
that guy
only
right
get-
there was fully grown.
Did that not scare you?
Yeah, it scared me.
Why didn't you get Patsy out there to get it?
You
Well,
would have sent me out there.
She's in training for snake handling right now. She's not ready to develop yet.
Hey, Dusty, now, Tom, you're ineligible on this question.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm going to set this up in a second. Which one of us, 55 years ago this week, started first grade?
Wasn't me.
This week, huh?
The reason I know that, I'll go ahead and tell you, I'll spoil it for y'all.
Summer
with me.
school, wasn't it?
Yesterday, I saw my little brother. Yesterday was his 55th birthday. Here's me. That's me in the black. There's John. Shaved a little bit. He said, I want to look good at my 55th birthday. That's little Maddie with us. Yesterday, we were over at Hampton Coat
You're
Walmart.
smiling at him.
I remember that he was just being born. I was first grade. Now, y'all may say, well, Jamie, it's only July. We started first grade
In July.
this time of year to get out to pick cotton
In September.
coming up in September.
That's right.
Now, how many of y'all can relate to that besides Frank? But y'all remember, that's on the way back. It's the thing. We moved in our house, and one of my parents had just passed away now, but his son lives in it. But we were just moving into that house on the day I started my first day, first grade at New Hope.
Yeah. That's right. I remember those days.
First grade, no air conditioning whatsoever.
Did you really pick cotton?
I was there when they picked cotton. I was too little.
Okay.
We watched the
right.
show the other day, a movie. Have you seen The Butler with Oprah Winfrey in it?
No.
It's a true story.
Yeah,
Have y'all seen it?
I haven't seen
It's
it.
on Charter now. Y'all need to see this. Based on Forrest Whitaker plays, and it shows them picking cotton and how mean. And this was in like the 20s.
It's a really good
Early,
movie.
and
It's
then
supposed to
he
be
goes
true.
on to be a butler for so many presidents.
Presents, yeah.
Oh,
But it's really a good movie, except the ending when they come out for Obama.
Good
but I
history.
mean, beyond that part, you know.
Well, it was very monumental to have a black president for all them.
When you come back, you'll be back the first week in August.
August, right.
You're going to do a regular service that day.
Right. Regular service at
And
9:30.
then what happens?
And then after that, we'll go to two services on August the 10th at 8:45 and then 10:30. So we'll have a band-led service at first service at 8:45 and then
For the
a
younger
choir and
people.
orchestra. Yeah. From 15 to 30 is kind of the target group for that, and I'm excited about it.
You weren't there Sunday
Bet they
because
are,
you're off,
too.
so we sat in our usual seat.
It wasn't like that.
No, but
Did you tell the difference?
no,
No.
I really wouldn't. But somebody, 2 or 3 people, y'all might want to move because they raise that stage. You'll be like this.
If they
No.
walked to the edge, but it wasn't. It
The reason-
So I moved 2 chairs up front, up on the set.
Oh, okay.
people couldn't see past your hair, so they had to raise this.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
that's
right.
why we did it. Exactly right. Somebody complained about
This
that.
article I got in Decatur Daily this morning out of
Okay,
Raleigh, North
yours
Carolina.
again.
More churches are putting faith in social media, getting their own app to where people don't even get a bulletin now, and they're going to that. You got a chance to look over some of this, and people can read their. Watch, I might need that one. And some people might. People can actually read. You know, I know several people now, even in Sunday school, that's whatever, read on. I know
iPads.
Brian Passy, for example,
Right.
his whole thing on his iPad. I ain't that good on mine yet to be able to pull stuff up. But a lot of people are going that route.
Yeah, they are. And a lot of preachers are preaching from iPad. You know, they use it in their notes. It's interesting. The article is very interesting. I read over it. But, you know, one thing, it's kind of a catch-22. You don't want to encourage, you know, a
never know where
smartphone because they be texting and all that. But that's the trends where people are going.
Well, I
We
think
have service in your church.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, we
So
have-
AT&T, there is no service, so we can't be texting anyone.
Oh,
There's
okay,
no-
good.
is there-
That's a good
No,
thing.
yeah.
Is there no
I didn't
service
know.
in there?
I don't have service on my phone. Abby
Well,
does.
how's Brian?
There's a
putting it up?
password that we have. You can
For-
get on.
for
Maybe that-
internet, yeah.
Yeah, for internet.
You got to pay for that.
No, it's free.
So it's in your tag.
Yeah.
It's in your
You got
tag.
to charge $5 a service to get Wi-Fi.
I tried.
What's the purpose of going to this? And I've noticed other churches are following suit as you are. Why are you going to a youth-oriented early service?
Well, one of the reasons is statistics say that 85% of high schoolers drop out of church once they graduate. And so if you look at a lot of
Parents don't
churches,
make
900 churches closed in the Southern Baptist Convention last year because there's no youth coming behind them. And so it's mostly senior adults. And so we haven't done a good job of reaching the next generation. So that service is geared toward incorporating and raising up leadership for the next generations. Because, you know, I'm just 49 and I'm not going to be there for a long time.
Now,
So-
will you change the way you do your first sermon as compared to the second one?
Well, I don't know.
Got to speak louder, I know. The second one we can all hear you.
Right.
You know how we go.
It'll be the same sermon per se, but I may deliver it a little different. I don't know. Haven't done it that way. So,
However-
but I imagine I'll probably deliver it because I want to really communicate and connect with those young people. I really do, and senior adults as well, or whoever. But I really want to connect with young people and get the message to them. They're the next leaders, and help involve them in the service. Not just have a service for them, but involve them in the, you know, the ushering, the Lord's Supper, or all kind of aspects of welcoming. So they're going to be involved in all of that.
So I'm out of a job.
You're out of a job.
First service.
No, you're involved in the second service. See, you're past 15.
So what was when y'all did your countdown when people had their choice or let you know what service they were going to go to? I'm assuming most adults continue to go to the second.
Yeah, it's about 3-1 preferring the second service, and that's good. I didn't want a lot of people in the first service. I want to grow it.
You want them in Sunday school, too?
Yeah, Sunday school.
One stat you told me I thought was rather interesting. You said, and I think we mentioned this before, you said, though, when you went to one service, Sunday school attendance dropped.
It did. It really did.
Because it was earlier?
Yeah, we moved from 8:45 to 8. And so I think that hurt it some. And then, you know, it's just
It's difficult to...
you know, every
sometimes
5 years,
predict.
people just get in routine. They start, you know, that's why Pepsi Cola and Coke change their can. They don't change the product, but they change the can
The look.
just for something new.
But
And
you
so-
don't try no new Coke, do you? You know how that went.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And so the Word of God never changes, but methods do. And so we try to, you know, keep fresh and that sort of thing. But the 2 services is needed. The Sunday school will go up. You'll see it go up because, you know, 8:45 is one reason, because people, you know, not going to come at 8.
Speaking of churches, let me remind everybody, Johnny Lee Dees, our old good buddy from down at Crossport, they've moved to their new service.
That's right.
The new church. We were there with Dusty and Patsy on their second week they were open. They are doing 2 services at
9 and 10:45,
9:15
9:15
and 10:45. Right there on the south end of
Get there at
Hughes
9
Road.
and look around.
So we're not running John's service right now at 6 a.m. because we're trying to wait for them to get acclimated to get
to
everything
their new
back and going.
surroundings.
Speaking
You know,
of,
we've all been to a church that actually you don't like, I guess you can say. So find a church that you do enjoy going to.
That's right.
And we welcome all of y'all to come down to Lindsay Lane, our new home since October, I guess.
Been
So,
touring it.
Right.
all right, speaking of a church member, here is Mr. New York City.
New York City.
Himself yesterday, Joseph Scott, our cruising guy, Mr. Mustang. He sent us some photos up that way. Let me do the there he is. He sent shots from everywhere. He's tickled to death. But get back to work, Joe. There he is at the Mustang. He got that going on, don't he? That must be him.
Yeah, new Jay Leno.
Yeah.
He's getting ready for football.
Yeah, he's getting it.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me tell you, this is the cruise in here, sponsored by these kind folks there.